Hello, hello. Wanted to do a quick update here about this Mt. Gox stuff. Correct something in my earlier video, which at the time I didn't realize, but apparently the amount that they sold, that the Mt. Gox trustee sold on the open markets, which has led to this crash and the persisting crash. People are fearful that, you see, what happens is he still has like almost $2 billion worth of Bitcoin that they can sell. Now, if they dumped all that on the open market, it would be a complete bloodbath. It could bring the whole market down. So that's what people are fearing right now. And that's why things are persisting, and this crash is in a continuing manner. There's a lot of fear out there. It probably won't happen that way, because what happens is he has to consult with the Japanese court on whether he can sell anymore. The other thing is, most of these claims, this is enough money to pay off almost all those claims. They may have to sell a little bit more Bitcoin, but they don't need to sell the whole 1 point something billion. And hopefully there are powerful people in the cryptocurrency and financial communities who are reaching out to this Japanese court and telling them that the chaos that they're causing by doing this, by selling this on the open markets. And there's a lot of OTC desks that can help liquidate this coin, or they can do an auction. There's other ways that they can liquidate this Bitcoin without dumping it on the open market via exchanges. It was a very irresponsible thing to do. They're kind of clueless in how they did it. It's been very destructive. So that's why we've been tanking the last few months. It wasn't Chinese New Year or any of this other stuff that we thought it was. Now, the market does traditionally go down this time of year, but this has been an extended bloodbath. And this explains it. Everybody's wondering what the heck is going on. This is what was going on. Now it all makes perfect sense. So, but they don't need to sell the whole 1 point something billion that they have left. They don't need to do that in order to pay off these creditors. So they probably won't do that. You know, no one knows for sure yet. But now that this is public knowledge and there's a lot of people on it, at least efforts can be, directed that way. Okay, so FYI, I'm trying to combat the FUD here in my small way, the panic that's out there, because it doesn't need, people hopefully don't need to panic that much. This market needs to come back, and it can come back. The market's been resilient. It's absorbed all these massive dumps and these massive crashes, and always come back. And like I said, that 1 point something billion, 1.9 billion left of BTC, that can be dealt with in a much safer way than dumping it on the open market. Dumping it on the open market's the problem here, and hopefully that won't happen. But there's no real reason for that to happen at this point in time. So anyway, we're all pretty much waiting to see what happens. Hopefully this thing can recover soon. We can all get back to making money. Hey, and if you have fiat on the sidelines, now's the best time to buy. Now's the best time to buy. If you're fully invested, unfortunately, just have to wait. Don't sell. Hold. Don't sell. Don't sell at a loss. You'll be sorry later, because this will bounce back one way or the other. There's so many people and so many companies and so much money tied up in this whole new asset infrastructure around cryptocurrencies now. Don't think it's just all going to go away. I see these naive, these ridiculous comments on Reddit and on YouTube comments and everywhere else. Tulip mania, it's done. We're done. It's done. These people, it's ridiculous. I mean, some of them, I think they just like the panic and the FUD for whatever reason. Maybe they just want to buy cheap. They just don't really believe what they're typing. Or just having fun with newbies or whatever, the people who bought at the peak. But look, this thing sucked the value out of my portfolio. I'm sitting here waiting for this to come back, okay? Because this is ridiculous to have to sit through this. It's killing me, okay? It's just killing me to sit through this. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You just have to deal with it. But the good thing is they don't need to sell all of this off. The mainstream media, the way they did, they string things together in order to form FUD and clickbait headlines. He said he would talk to the court about selling more. So they took the selling more and they immediately linked it to how much more they had left that they could potentially sell. And those two don't necessarily line up like that. But of course, it makes a great headline. It's a great panic-inducing FUD, and it unfortunately causes more panic selling. There's a lot of people selling their positions who are losing out because of this, because they're fearful. Listen, noobs, relax. Hold on to your stuff. It's going to come back. If you sell at a loss, you're going to lose. Now, if it's a stop loss thing and you're able to, you sold at a certain point in order to buy in cheaper, I kind of get that. But if you're selling at complete losses and everything, panicking, I don't know what to say. In that case, you deserve to lose all your money. Go work at McDonald's or something. I don't know what to tell you. But you don't need to sell at a loss. You don't. Okay? Hold on to your stuff. So that, it'll come back. It'll come back. This is a great market. It's the greatest way to make money, to invest in a new future economy. These use cases around these altcoins are great. I think Tone Vays is wrong. I mean, these Bitcoin maximalists who think Bitcoin's the only viable crypto. I don't know where these guys have their heads, And this whole ecosystem is an unbelievable ecosystem. And Bitcoin is great, but so are the altcoins, and so are many of the use cases they're looking to solve. And hopefully, I honestly think big money is going to be pouring back into this thing. And a year from now, or less than a year from now, people are going to look back, and the people who sold at a loss are going to be especially sorry and sick over this. So hold on, don't be in that group. Okay, so that's it. Batten down those hatches. There may be more little sell-offs as we go ahead, but hopefully the bulk of this thing is over. And if not, you're just going to have to suffer through it, because it will eventually come back, and this will be a distant, bad memory. Okay?